Hi, everybody. No intention of doing a show today. Look at me. I was running around all morning. I had an appointment for my car. I had all kinds of stuff I had to do. I just came in the door, threw a pot roast from my son in the crock pot. And I turned on MSNBC. And I wasn't watching that for a long time. You guys weren't either. Nicole was on. Used to be my favorite. Now, not so much. All of a sudden, it was all this stuff about Georgia doing that thing that they don't have to accept the ballots. Let me tell you something right now about Georgia. By the way, I was born in Georgia. That's not gonna happen. That's a horse of a different color. It's not gonna happen. I don't know how I know so much. I'll throw the cards on it. The reason I'm on here today is to tell you all, don't listen to the bullpucky. Especially some guy was on there and said, yeah, well, this election's going to be really close. And I'm screaming in the kitchen. Oh, hell no, it's not. It's not going to be close, you guys. I don't know how I could be so sure. But I feel he's going to lose so badly. I mean, it's just going to be something else. He's going to look for the exit door. But no, it's not going to be close. No, they're only going through people, old folks with a landline. They're not talking to the youth. Did you see her in Wisconsin today? Over 50,000 people. The state police had to stop the traffic from coming in. Did you see that? It's absolutely fantastic. She's going to need a football field. Her and Walls. Oh my God. Kamala is hitting it, you guys. Who knew that this would take off? I always saw Biden handing her the baton, but I didn't realize. Because it kind of hurts me that she's so much greater than Biden. But Biden, he did a good job. He did the best he could do, you guys. So hats off to our president. But that Walsh guy just was hysterical. Somebody said, breaking news. I put it on my channel. Like they found a big deal about Walsh. Yeah. The neighbors are upset because he would have the kids pull his finger and not tell them what the consequence was. Like we used to have this guy, Warner Vargas, down the street. He'd always say, pull my finger, we'd go running. Oh, hell to the no. So, but there's going to be some downer sort of information coming out, and they're desperate to find. I guess this Minnesota governor is just he's rocking it. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, he was an A+ with the NRA, and then when that shooting happened and his daughter was 17, he took all the money that the NRA had gave him and gave it to charity. Now he's an F on the NRA list, which is good with me. He also was arrested years and years, 30, 40 years ago for drunk driving, a DUI. And his wife told him, you better sort it out. And he did, and he hasn't had a drink since then. So the guy's clean and sober, so he understands about folks that go through stuff. I mean, I've never had a DUI, but I can't tell you there were times that I wasn't drinking and driving, but by the grace of God, go I. But let me tell you something. He is going to rock this. I love how he said, about women's rights. And then he said, it's none of your damn business. And that's our theme, you guys. It's none of your damn business. And let me tell you something else. Kamala and Walsh, it's pronounced not Walsh, it's Walls, are going to rock it, you guys. They're going to make this happen. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to take a look at Trump. I feel like watch the ketchup bottles. He is just so upset. And did you see Georgia asked, why can't we indict the president? Because he was in on this fake thing that all those guys were indicted on. And they said, no. there's a lot of people within the FBI, CIA and stuff. And no, there's a lot of good people, but there's a lot of people that were a little stuck on Trump. And even when Biden's coming in, he said, I don't want anybody that was under the Trump administration caring for me. And he was right to do that. So, people wrote me and said, because the card showed that Shapiro was really good, but I think he's going to work really hard for the campaign. But this Walsh guy I knew nothing about. I should have looked it up, but I knew nothing about. And everybody wrote me and said, you predicted it was somebody that nobody really knew. And so, but Minnesota's no teeny weeny town. Good, solid people from Minnesota. So anyway, and they got the lowest crime rates. They're the best business state to go to. Eat that, Gavin. I just love how he loves his family. I just love this man. And I just think he really will call it out. He's not going to mess around. I really don't think. Clear the energy. Angel, you were talking to me earlier. Give me the straight up truth. Will Walsh debate J.D. Vance? It's almost like they set a date, but it falls through it doesn't go through. Like okay, yeah, come on, yeah, let's sit. And then, oops, can't do it. I'm sick or something like that. I don't see Trump talking to. He's almost treating her like she's a has-been, like she's nothing. But let me tell you something, you guys. Mark my words, because the guys were so clear. I was screaming it in the kitchen, chopping up some carrots. And I used Lipton, the package of Lipton soup. Use that one, and some red wine, some good Merlot red wine, just a tad. And put it in the crock pot. And cook it for, about at least 4 hours. Anyway, so let me continue. So the guys were very clear to me that every time I hear, oh, this is going to be really close, I hear no. Let's throw on that right now. Thank you. Okay, I don't know what I look like, you guys. I went to the car wash. Had to go to the bathroom. Some gal was in there about 2 hours. I'm like, I'll squat right here. Shoot. You better open up that door. Okay. Tell me what I can do. So anyway, it's back to the Weather Channel for a minute. Although last night, Rachel Maddow and Lawrence, who I love, but they like to throw out that fear stuff. They've been doing that from the beginning, you guys. Oh, they ate up all that stuff Trump used to do. They made fun of him. They talked about him, but it paid their bills. It gave them a paycheck. So they're looking for it again, and they're doing the same thing, but it's not going to be by a little bit. It feels like by a lot. So tell me, Kamala Harris, how big does she win? I keep seeing Florida. I could be wrong. I keep seeing Florida. Almost like when Florida goes blue, everybody's going, call it. Anticipation and magic. Okay? Take advantage of the knowing. So vibrationally, you guys put it out there. A lot, especially the youth. And I heard that this VP is beloved by the millennials. And did you see that a group of the high school folks that had him said they wouldn't have graduated from high school if it wasn't for him? He helped the first gay student create a safe place for them to go, which is magnificent. It's almost godly. It's almost like they sent a terrific human being, and hecka funny. I'm sure all of us, because you guys all got a good sense of humor, especially if you put up with me. And he would have loved my JCPenney double wides. But it's just going to be fantastic. So a lot of people are changing their mind. A lot of people are deciding, yeah, no, we're not going to go with this Debbie Downer. I've often thought perhaps Trump was going to get sick. There's somebody unexpectedly, I don't know if it's Trump or if it's Jimmy Carter or Biden, but people are mourning something. Okay. The money is just pouring in. They made 35 million yesterday just with doing it. September, it's rocking. September, we're out of the cage. September, some good news comes September. How low? How low? How low? Okay, hold on 1 second, you guys. There's a book that I got, I think I got it back in the 80s or 90s when I first started card reading. This is Eileen Connolly. I don't know if she's still alive. You can get it on Amazon. But I never really had proper training with reading. I always tell people don't look at my cards because I read them differently. And I know even like the cups represent water, the pentacles represent fire, the wands represent air, and the wands represent, and then the swords represent earth. And I know some people are totally different. They'll say, you know, this means that. Like the King of Cups for me is always Biden because he's a Scorpio. Anyway, I love, she has little poems for each one. And the key for this Ace of Cups is the beginning of all good things. Love, joy, and health. The beginning of all good things. Making a new start, attend to details, and everything will work out. So this is a yes, a definite yes. So everybody has their own, but that's the one I see. So as far as winning, it's going to be so good. I just feel this excitement. Don't ask me why. And like I said, she's going to need a football stadium. Now listen, they just released something on our cute singer. So the information is Taylor Swift's concert was canceled after an ISIS plot narrowly foiled by the police in Austria. So I want to take a look and make sure she's safe. That doesn't make her happy at all. I don't think this has anything to do with Trump. I think it's just ISIS hating the United States. I wanted to tell you guys, I don't want to scare you or anything, but I wanted to tell you guys that I see Iran in talks with others about what to do with Israel. And I see a strong focus on Netanyahu. They'd really like to take him down. Kidnap him or something. That's what I'm getting. Remember, I kept seeing him all sweaty. I don't know. It's like he's running or something. But Netanyahu, and Putin's in the middle of that too. He's like helping. He's not loyal to any group. So tell me about Taylor. Is she going to be okay? She's got a lot of angelic arms around her. She's, oh God, if they made her a martyr, let me tell you. The United States, these young kids would all join and go over there and tear them down. Okay, so let me shuffle a little bit because the other cards I just read showed up. Yeah, in fact, I'm feeling Austria tried their best. It was Intel talk. They found it from Intel talk, but I feel like they're going to go an extra step. From now on, wherever she goes, it's going to be really a lockdown. Okay. She doesn't want to disappoint. She really is not happy about disappointing, and they are discussing maybe just finishing the tour. Which would really disappoint a lot of people. Would really cause a lot of backup with the money. And then the death card is in the bottom. So based on the ugly, based on new beginnings. So this could be someone attempting to, I don't see her dying because there's no swords around it. The King of Cups is around it. Maintaining a lighthearted attitude. She's almost like going to put things on hold. She's shuffling things. She's going to say, nah. People love seeing her in person, but she's talking with people. Her family's talking. I think she may make an announcement. She's going to stop touring until they sort all this out, until this ugliness calms down. They would hit innocent people just to serve a point. The outcome is the Four of Swords, so that's the coffin. Let's look at our book. Let's look at our book with the death card. Okay. Do not resist sudden change. The vibrational forces around you. Accept new situations. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing worry and depression will get you nowhere. So she's a little overwhelmed. The Four of Swords could also mean that she breaks. She's like, she's really working hard, but really she could use a break. Ooh, I just saw a baby. Wonder if she'll get married and have a baby. They might be thinking about it. It's not next to an ace. So the Four of Swords on here says feeling of being cut off and out of touch. Take this time for new plans for the future. Dreams do come true, but you must wait. So things are changing around her. I really feel that they will try their best to finish this out, but they might say, no, we're, or it's so tightly watched, it's uncomfortable for her. She can't perform because she's too nervous. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting. So that's what I'm getting. Sweet girl. It's going to be okay. I just feel concerts in general are going to have to, like, something's going to happen at a concert, but it's not Taylor Swift. But it feels like something that people are like, no, we'll just do online. You can buy it, purchase the show, and you can watch it at home. It's a shame, but live concerts are going to go out for a little bit while these cray-crays are around. So the Dow went up, down, up, down. It's definitely not horrible down like it was the other day. Let's look at the economy. And then I want to take a look real quick at Marshawn and what he says to Donald Trump. Remember that day I picked up that I saw him standing up and he was furious and he's telling the jurors to get out of the room? And I thought it was something Trump did, but it was that guy who was sitting there rolling his eyes, giving them looks, and he gave him a what for? You know what I'm saying? Tell me about the Dow. The guy just said the United States is very lucky. The people who really need the monies out there right now are not the ones receiving. The rich just keep getting richer, and this will have to change. Because even when they're hit, what's going to happen when Biden, maybe even before Biden leaves office, but I see the vice president and him just making sure that these people who blew up their prices because they could are going to be in trouble. But what they do is they charge more anyway to make up. They always have to have too much, and it's not going to happen, you guys. It's the earth is getting ready to do a shift, and these people that think they're running things are about ready to be kicked out. And we have a lot to say. We cannot buy those Post cereals. We can say no. Like when COVID happened and chicken was $100 and all that, I just didn't buy it. We just didn't. No, you get you a can of Campbell's soup, even that was fun. But no, I just didn't buy it. It was so crazy, so outrageous. Just a few things, $300. And can you imagine these poor families? They were having a food drive. I went to Oliver's on my way home to get my carrots and stuff for my um, uh, rib roast. And they even gave us a little list of what they could use. So I went in and I bought a few things, and then $20 gets them their fresh food. And I enjoy doing that. I enjoy giving to the Salvation Army and for animals, and but we have a lot. We do. We live pretty good. And there's so many people I read and I talk to. I didn't even know how they afforded being able to get a reading with me. There was one girl that was struggling so bad, I gave her money back. I didn't care. I read her too. Okay, so the Dow. Well, it's going through some stuff. Listen, in September, I do think that they will drop the rates. Not as much as they're saying, but they will drop the rates. But because we're crossed with abundance again. And a lot of people are depending on this stock market because we have our retirement in there. So look at this. Like my son's very good with the stock market. The sun is out. There's a lot of good news come October. Okay. So it's saying be prudent with your money, but this is September, October. New beginnings, new creative projects, new ideas. What's going to happen too is all these old folks like me that are in here and we're used to the old ways. We're going to be yesterday's news. They're going to bring in new stuff, new ideas. I don't know who's working out there on their yacht. So, okay, I did the Dow. I did the Georgia fraud. Now let's look at Trump, okay? What did I throw on him? But I want to look at where his emotions are right now. How's he feeling? Oh, I read on, well, we went by last slide. What I want to know is where exactly is, what is he thinking? Because I could see him fuming. I could see them ketchup bottles just. It's not going to be a close election. I cannot emphasize that enough. Turn off those channels that say it's, oh, it's going to be really close. No, it's not. They can steal Georgia. It still don't matter. We're going to win. Tell me what you can tell me. How is he feeling? He's such a, you know, and he does such horrible things. He's got all that information in his bathroom. Top secrets. He caused the deaths of a lot of moles out there in Europe. That's when they realized something's up. We're losing all these people. It's because of him. He was selling it. And he really thinks he's going to win still, but not as much. I do see him very angry. I see that really red face. And then he writes, oh, yes, she can be on Fox News. No, she's not. She will not go on Fox News with the cheering squad. Or if she's on Fox News, she needs to bring Stormy Daniels and all the women he had affairs with, just like he did to Hillary. Yeah, he's got the Five of Swords, you guys. So he's, what does it start off with? It starts off with the Five of Pentacles. So he's definitely trying to trim down, trying to figure out who he can pay. The thing is that these attorneys are not going to work for him if he's not paying them. Nobody's asking to kiss the ring as much as what I just heard. So it's like he's putting his hand out and people are like, yeah, whatever. He's talking away to somebody. I see him talking. Could be one of those Fox News people that's his dear friend. He's complaining. He's talking crazy. You know, he might even pretend that he's totally mentally unfit so he can get out of this. Just not getting the numbers when he appears places. Just not happening. Did you see JD Vance went out to Wisconsin too, and like maybe a couple of dozen people were there. Just not happening. I actually see the Supreme Court being afraid. That's interesting. I just got that hint. I see Kavanaugh and all of them kind of like, I see Thomas being like in a shock. Like I see him staring. I see him having attorneys deal around him, dealing with all the information they're coming up with. Apparently they found even more trips. Like it's so blatantly god awful. And he really has a hard time just saying, yeah, whatever. He can't. And I also feel Kavanaugh and Gorsuch, somebody wrote that Gorsuch is sorry. He said, you know, you better not to the president change it because he got a what for after that. But I see all kinds of situations coming up with the Supreme Court, and they are even nervous because if you notice, when Trump wanted to just blow off that case in New York and said, you know, I have immunity, should not get sentencing. They said no. They didn't rally for the king. So he can't pick on anybody in his household because they won't listen to him. I don't even see Melania's hanging around him. She's moved someplace else. I think the son is going to start school someplace, so it's not nearby. She might be in New York. He's not happy with JD Vance. Not happy at all. He's calling him an idiot. JD Vance takes some tongue lashings from him. I even see JD Vance hang up on him one time. He wants to go to the public and say, this guy is out, but his people are saying, you can't do that. You can't do that. Only 90 days till the vote. I can't wait till this vote happens and you guys will see. You guys will see. There's no chance in hell. And then you know what? Then what? Then what, embassy in the MSNBC, except for Lawrence O'Donnell and Joy Reid. Then what? Then what? All this fear mongering you did to us and how it had us up sleepless nights. That's why I'm so happy that you guys are saying no more. So many of you wrote and said, Linda, I don't even look at him. I am so done, especially when they were talking about our Biden. You just, you know, of course they talk beautiful about him now. And I'll tell you what, I'll never see another George Clooney movie. Hail to the no. I used to like him, but nope. Oh, and that Katie Tour, I think she's on vacation, but she's going to be heading out because MSNBC is going to notice that whenever she's on, it drops even worse. She's a plant. She's not a good person. So anyway, I just wanted to come on. I don't think this is going to be very long and just tell you, I see a landslide. What I saw was, I guess this is Walls, and just going down a slide, like, you know, how he was at that fair and his hands up in the air. Boy, is that guy animated or what? He's just, and not afraid to. He's just out there. Of course, they'll make fun of him, but he's just out there laughing. He's just so cool. He's just so wonderful. I got to tell you, this guy is as good as Biden, if not better. I just really love him. And she's going to really get on board. She's really going to make sure things are happening. She's going to make sure. And Nancy Pelosi was talking about it. She said, actually, Nancy was for somebody else for the Department of Justice in San Francisco. she rallied for the other person. She said she fought a good battle and she won. Because this girl, let me tell you, Kamala, she don't take no prisoners. She's gonna be, and she would love to go up against Trump verbally, but I do see her winning. I see them holding hands, putting their hands up together, laughing out loud. We'll all be crying, and I'll be eating a chili dog, waving my JCPenney double wides. Yeah. Probably get online and we'll be all laughing and talking. We should go live and say, "Hail to the yeah." So I love you guys. I will talk to you again soon. And take care of yourself. God bless those in the Carolinas, because apparently they're going to get Armageddon rain. And it's heading north, but it's going to be better once it goes north. And then another storm is coming. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Earthquake, as I predicted, near Burbank, which is exactly where it was, a 6 or 9? It rattled, but no one was hurt, thank goodness. There's more coming, but I don't say that to fear, because I'm not feeling horribleness. See, when they say to us for fear, like Trump is so close, oh, he could win. You're talking about democracy. You're talking about living in a place that we could no longer live in. It's a good thing I got kinfolk in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to, it would not be good. I can't even imagine it. It's so crazy. I can't even go there. It's like I'm nauseous. All right, you guys, I love you all. See you on the other side.